Welcome back, my loyal subjects, to more Trails of Cold Steel 2. Pharaoh Fiasco here. Last episode, we unlocked the Reverie Corridor, which I'm not certain is required for anything, or if this is just like a post-game dungeon. The way they talked about it makes it sound like it's really just a post-game dungeon, but I know that at first I was kind of worried that I'd missed it, but apparently we're supposed to, once we found out where the final bit of gameplay is supposed to be, aka the Reverie Corridor. Ah. This musical theme is also new, but I think it means that the festival has started, or the thing has started. So first things first, we've got to find Anton and Ricky. Oh, is the flea market in here? Doors Military Academy Flea Market. Alright, that should make things simple. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Or maybe we can buy stuff. It said that the layout is going to change every single time we leave and come back, though. So that's the only thing. Nah. Here we go. Heh, looks like we're right even for now. Don't you worry though. I swear I need pride as a merchant of Celtic that I'll top ye in the end. That's what I like to hear. I have to say though, it feels like all the competing we've done over the past year has helped me be an even savvier businessman than before. So, thanks Becky. I hope we can keep this relationship going in the future as well. Where did that come from? Can I just say things like that out of the blue, you dolt? Hey. What's with him all of a sudden? Either way, he's got another thing coming if he thinks I'll go easy on him. Alright. That was a nice denouement to them. Alright. Okay, so they might be in front of the train station then. Go ahead and hit up the park. Because What's-His-Face was standing out there earlier. Yep. What's up, guys? The violinist was standing out there earlier. I can't believe I was lucky enough to run into her a second time. And even talk to her. Me! Maybe this really is fate. But what if it's just another trap to break my already cracked heart into pieces yet again? I don't think I've ever seen anyone more in need of help. Is something wrong? I'd recognize that uniform anywhere! Wait, do you not recognize me? You guys are the infamous Love Questers, how could I not? Come on, you've even helped me out before! I guess your face is kind of familiar. You're Anton, right? From Liberl? It's very nice to see you again. Okay. So you really do remember me! Whew! But if I'm running into you guys, this might really be destiny after all. Destiny? There's something really super incredibly important that I'd like your help with. Are you willing to hear me out? I might end up regretting this, but sure. I'll lend you a hand if I can. We don't even get a choice in the matter? Thank you! Oh, what a lucky day! This year in Erebonia has led to almost nothing but trouble, but it looks like it's about to pay off after all. These guys have been on this love quest for literal years at this point, though, haven't they? If they've been doing this since Estelle was a teenager. Am I right or am I right, Ricky? I'll say. Even if you don't get to enjoy all of your dreams coming true, I get to enjoy seeing them crumble around you. It's a win-win. Jeez, and these guys are supposed to be friends? I guess everyone's different. So, how exactly do you want us to help with this win-win situation? It all started a few months back when we went to your big academy festival. And lo and behold, I ended up meeting the woman of my dreams! Is it Sharon? Was it Sharon? But the thing is, now that I've met her, I need your help to get to know her. I think I see what you want us to do now. What inspired you to ask us, though? This matter seems a little personal for you to entrust to random strangers. Well, from what I've heard, you students with the red uniforms all live in that dormitory down the slope there, right? That's where this vision from the goddess used to work. You can't mean Sharon, can you? Yes, that's the one. Ah, Sharon. What a beautiful name. It sounds like the harps of 1,000 angels. She stole my heart the moment I saw her standing in the kitchen that fateful day. She's beautiful, she's kind, she cooks like a master chef, she's got that stunning smile. She's absolutely perfect. A continent full of women, and he had to fall for that one. But then the war broke out right after we met, and I couldn't even say a word to her with all that going on. Just when all hope seemed lost, I ran into her right here, and she greeted me like she remembered me and everything. She remembered me! Some guy she hasn't seen or heard from in months! We're clearly destined to be together forever! Oh my gosh, this guy is reaching! Let's maybe not jump to conclusions here. But, okay. The gist of it is, you want us to help you two get together, right? Now this does sound fun. This is a headache waiting to happen. Kinda like that, just without the instant results. You see, you really can't hurry love. Oh, Anton's learned a little bit, huh? The path to any successful romance is locked and rigid with a set number of steps that need to be taken in exacting order. Okay, I just went from being proud of Anton to really hating this guy. He's about to make us do some ridiculous stuff, isn't he? It's taken me a long time and many failures to finally see that. A long time. Sounds like you've hit a few speed bumps on your road to romance. Anyway, it's amazing luck to see her after all this time, and I might never get the opportunity again. So at the very least, I want to try and get her contact info before I lose this chance forever. So, please, would you be willing to help? I don't expect you to do anything more than get her info, I swear. If we agree to help him, we probably won't have a chance to get back into the old schoolhouse until we're done. Yeah, see ya, sucker. Nah, dude. Okay, fine. We'll get you her contact details, and that's it. Really? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you! Oh, goddess, thank you for shining your joyous light down on me at last! I wonder how this would have gone if Sharon was already in our party. Yeah. So how exactly do you want us to go about this? If all you want is her contact info, it'd probably be quickest and easiest for us to just ask her outright. No, that wouldn't work at all! Didn't you hear me when I said the steps to love need to be followed in order? I need you to set up another accidental encounter for the two of us so I can ask her myself. The whole thing's gotta feel natural, like fate brought us together several times and wants us to stay together. If you say so. Hey, don't worry about it. I've got the whole thing all planned out already. But before we get started, I'm going to need to get a present for her. I want to get her something that'll really say, that really says, "Thanks for picking up my handkerchief when I dropped it that one time." So, mind helping me choose something she'd like? I mean, if anyone knows her, it's all of you, right? You should know. I can't argue with that. Might as well start with combing the shops around here and seeing what we can find. I'm sure we'll be able to find something perfect if we all work together. She's right. Let's see what we can do. How about we hurry up and get this done with? The old schoolhouse isn't going to take care of itself. Thank you so much. Let's get started, shall we? Anton is now accompanying you. Quest to Sharon with love started. That guy, he looks so hapless, dude. No, we can't take a look at him right there. Alright. And, let's go to Mick's pawn shop. I wonder, or maybe, like, it's either gonna be a Mick's pawn shop. Micked. It's such a weird name. Mick's pawn shop. So let me get this straight. You're here to buy a present for that maid who used to work at your dorm. For a gal like that? I found this thing in storage the other day that might just work. Storage? Okay, what is it? It's an antique bracelet. It's made of wood and it's pretty neat. Nice color and texture and all, so it's got some gift potential. Maybe. If you replace the jewel that fell off it, it'd be great. It looks sort of plain without it, but it's still a nice kind of plain. I don't think a bracelet with no jewel is going to set her heart racing. I really want to get her something she'll love. I'm not just looking to buy any old thing. I wouldn't buy that as a gift from my worst enemy, so I'd feel kind of bad recommending that he does, but... let's recommend holding off. Good call. No sense rushing into a purchase at a pawn shop, right? Just as a big place. We don't know what else we might find out there. So let's do the boutique next. Maybe this will have the gem we need? Searching for a present for a lady, are you? Might I suggest this beautiful one-piece dress? It's the true star of our spring lineup. I don't know a thing about women's fashion, so I doubt I'll be much help here. Well, it would be seasonally appropriate at the very least. Yeah, it might work, but I don't know. It feels kind of embarrassing buying women's clothing, too. He doesn't seem too sold on the whole idea, but she might like it. Should I talk him into it? Nah. Yeah, you're right. We don't want to rush into this. We might find something better somewhere else. Let's keep looking. The thing there was say yes to the dress, which we're not about to do just yet. Let's see what Brandon's got. Oh, looking for a present for a gal you've got your eye on. I remember when I was young. I'll tell you what, why don't you give this floral tea set a try? A floral tea set might be something beautiful for Sharon. It's covered in pretty flowers any lady's sure to love. And it was made right here in the Empire, so you know it's top-notch. Wow, this is really pretty. It certainly is. The craftsmanship on the cups and saucers is exceptional. Well, I can't imagine any man would want to buy it for himself. It seems to be an appropriate present for a woman. I can't imagine any girl who'd be unhappy with a present like this. I wouldn't call myself a pro when it comes to tea sets. But I do know that I'd love for Sharon to use something so elegant whenever she made a cup of tea. I'd love it even more if she was making that tea for us to share. Oh, that would be pure bliss. I think we're going to have to drag him back from Fantasyland before he gets stuck in there forever. Let's recommend holding off. Yeah, you're right. Rushing into a decision like this will only lead to tears. You never know what sort of presents could be waiting for us to find them out there. Let's keep looking. Last is Keen's bookshop, right? Go in there. See what he's got. Looking for a present for Sharon, are we? Well, I've got just the book. It's called Food of the Imperial Court. As the name would suggest, it's about food, served in the Imperial Court. Something says that Sharon would already know the recipes in there. I was going to recommend it to her next time she came in here anyway. A book about cooking really does sound like it'd be up her alley. Just think of it, the two of us cooking together from a book like this? Yes, this is an idea with real potential, so many possibilities! So was this the book the one? Should this get the Reen seal of approval? Let's recommend holding off. Good point. It's an awesome book, but let's not jump the gun here. There might be an even better gift somewhere else. The search continues. But I think that might be it. So it's gonna really be between the tea set or the book. Yeah. Let's get the tea set. Is this guy? What does he recommend? Huh, you really can't be bored when you've got Anton to entertain you. Well, I'll be looking around town. Knock yourself out, Anton. Thanks, Ricky! These guys have one weird friendship. Friendship, right. But we're gonna go for the tea set. Alright. Still haven't found your present? The floral tea set's still available. How could any lady resist all those pretty flowers on there? Empire made too, so you know it's good. Yeah. I do think this would make a good present. It's pretty, it's elegant, and I'd imagine most women would like a floral pattern like that. Even Sharon. What if we were supposed to go for that plain band? Yeah, you're probably right. Alright, this is the one. Please wrap it up nice and tight so there's no chance it'll break before I can give it to her. You've got a good head on your shoulders. Oh man, fingers crossed that she likes it. Oh, if she doesn't, then we can always reload the save and try a different gift, but... With Sharon's present decided, they regrouped in the park. Anton explained his plan to bump into Sharon by complete happenstance and give her his carefully chosen gift. Once they were all clear on the particulars, they began part 2 of the operation, getting Sharon to the park. Yeah, Hey, Sharon, it's Reen. Oh, how lovely to hear from you, Master Reen. Is there something you'd like from me? Not me personally. You're still in the old schoolhouse, right? We would like your help with something if you've got the time. Would you be able to meet us in the park in Trista by any chance? With pleasure. I always have time for Class 7. No matter where you need me, anywhere on the continent, I will be there in 3 minutes or less. Thanks. But 3 minutes is kind of ridiculously fast. You'll probably be there way before us. So there's no need to wait around there if you can kill time somewhere more interesting. Very well. I shall see you shortly then. Okay. Whew. Well, all the pieces are just about in place. Think you're ready for this, Anton? Am I ever? My plan is foolproof. Sharon's got to cross that bridge to get into the park. So I wait for the perfect moment, walk around that corner by the florists, and start crossing it myself. That's how we end up bumping into each other. I'll say hello, then casually invite her to join me for a cup of tea. While we sit and talk and have a great time, I'll give her my present. Before we split up, I'll ask her for her contact details. See? The plan's flawless! Not a single thing could go wrong! Thanks to you guys, I've even got the perfect present for her, too! I do feel a little bad for tricking her like this. All's fair in love and war, right? A blind date probably isn't the worst surprise she's ever received. I'm sure she'll let us off for this one. Now all that remains is to see how well this plan of his works. Ha! Don't you worry about me. I can handle this just fine. It's been a long, hard journey to get to this point, but my painful failures have only helped prepare me for this. Aina, Fran, look at me now. I won't let your rejections of me be completely in vain. Okay, so Aina, we know. Fran, we do not. But Sharon, we also know. We're certainly dealing with a true veteran here. Well, no matter how things go, we will hold back and watch from afar. May Adios watch over you. Here's hoping you're successful. Thanks, guys. I'll give it my best shot. But knowing Sharon, she's not just gonna let some bozo bump into her, dude. Several minutes later, a lone figure appeared on the bridge. Yeah, Sharon looking all regal. Yeah, you'd think she's looking around super casually. There she is, Anton! Go, go, go! Right, let's do this! Step 1, the chance encounter. Oops, sorry, almost ran into you, didn't I? Oh dear, my apologies, I should have been paying more attention to where I was going. Oh, not at all. I should have looked to see if there was anyone on the bridge before stepping out. Hold on, I recognize you! Ah, yes, you're the one I encountered in front of the station earlier. We're certainly running into each other a lot today, aren't we? Yeah, you're right. Boy, coincidences sure are funny things, huh? I mean, what are the odds that would happen? It's wild. Come to think of it, I never introduced myself, did I? I'm Anton, a traveler from Liberl. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Master Anton. My name is Sharon Kruger. I'm the caretaker of the Class 7 dormitory. While I won't be in Trista much longer, I do hope we might meet each other again during my remaining time here. The pleasure's all mine. Still, now that we've run into each other again, would you maybe like to get a cup of tea and talk for a while? With me, specifically? While I'm flattered by your offer, I'm meeting some people who are very dear to me. I simply couldn't make them wait. You must be able to spare a little time, surely. I mean, you're only a little ways from the park where you're meeting them. He just gave himself away. He couldn't have known that. If we sit at the seats outside the cafe, you'd have a clear view, too. There's no way you could miss them. And I'll treat you. I really want to do something to thank you for giving me back my handkerchief that time, so please. She knows something's up. I suppose you're right. Perhaps we could pass the time together until they arrive. Though I am rather curious as to how you knew I'll be meeting them in the park. Just a lucky guess, really. You were walking in that general direction, and it's a popular meeting spot, so... Anyway, shall we get going? Yeah. Sharon already knew. Well, he managed to invite her to the cafe, at least. Poor Anton seemed so on edge. I was getting nervous just watching them. Is there any chance of pulling this off when he's all nerves like this? Well, all we can do is keep an eye on him and see how things play out. Oh, looks like they've just ordered. Those are regular-sized cups. They're usually enormous. No, those are enormous teacups. Forget I said anything. Boom. Step 2 completed. That was a perfectly natural cafe invite. Now comes the hard part. But I know I can do this. Master Anton, is something wrong? You look so serious all of a sudden. Oh, me? No, it's nothing. But I've been meaning to ask. When we ran into each other for the first time today, it seemed like you recognized me. Did you? Or am I mistaken in that? I certainly did. As I recall, we met at the Academy Festival last year, did we not? I remember you dropping your handkerchief and me returning it to you. You really did remember me! Oh, I'm not sure I could forget our encounter if I tried. It proved to be a very memorable one. She's about to let him down easily. I dare say few would degenerate into uncontrollable sobbing on their friend's shoulder upon having a handkerchief returned. I suppose it's just as well I returned the handkerchief when I did, even if it did end up soaking wet as a result. I was so amazed that women as kind and beautiful as you existed that I couldn't help myself. And once I'd reduced my handkerchief to a useless, soggy mess, you were even gracious enough to offer me yours. Wow, okay. I'll never forget the kindness you showed me that day. Not in a million years! Oh, you really needn't make such a big deal out of it. I could hardly stand by and watch you cry in public without a usable handkerchief, could I? It's kind of embarrassing when you put it like that. Wow. It's really embarrassing when she puts it like that. You never know. He might end up tickling some women's maternal instincts one day. It looks like Sharon has a pretty good impression of him, though. Who knows? Might even be able to get her contact info at this rate. Will he, though? As Anton and Sharon sat and talked, Anton gradually began to relax and start talking naturally. After a while... Oh! Something's up. Is he going for it? Oh, I'm all out of tea. As am I. Time really does fly when you're having fun, doesn't it? Still, I think I should probably be leaving now. Hold on, couldn't you just stay a little longer? We could always order more tea if that's the problem. I'll pay for it and everything. I appreciate your offer, but considering that the people I was supposed to meet have yet to arrive, I'm starting to worry. Should they be in trouble, it's my duty to go find them and extricate them from it myself. I'm sure they're just fine, though. What should I do? I've still got 5 more steps to clear before I can ask for her contact info. What other steps could there possibly be? Well, Master Anton, if you will excuse me, I very much enjoyed our time together. I shall take care of the payment myself, so by all means, please stay here and relax to your heart's content. Wait, there's something I need to give you first. It's a little thank you present for returning the handkerchief, and something for you to remember our meeting here by. Anton gave Sharon the floral tea set. Oh my, look at the cute little tea set. Thank you very much. I'm sure the ladies of Class 7 will love it. I'll have to be sure to use it next time I serve them their tea. It was supposed to be a present for you. Well, the present approach was a bust. I've only got one other option. Time for the final step. Coolly, calmly, and casually ask for her contact details. Sharon, can I ask you a favor? What favor would that be, Master Anton? I love you! Please go out with me? What? That is not the next step! What? No, Anton! You skipped like 20 steps, dude! What? What? This is a few steps beyond just asking for her contact info. What happened to those steps he was so insistent on following? That fool. He just had to panic. Still, he said it now. He can't take it back. What's going to happen next? Oh, I'm getting shivers of excitement. What have I done? That's not what I was going to ask her at all. The game over music, dude. The game's got no faith in him. I've gone and ruined everything. After coming so far, too. My, Master Anton. Oh, Adios, I knew it. She doesn't know how to react. I knew this would happen. This is always what happens. I set out on a journey to change myself, but here I am, making the same mistakes I always do. I haven't changed one iota. And at this rate, I never will. I'm doomed. Doomed to keep repeating the same failures over and over and over again. Time to drag my carcass back to Ricky again. I might as well just pack up and go home. Please don't look so upset. I'm very happy to know how you feel about me. Come again? It must have taken a great deal of courage to confess something like that to me and some devotion to prepare your chance to. This isn't an experience I can claim to have ever had before. Did she not go to regular high school or something? But perhaps this is one of the many forms that love can take. If it is, it's a beautiful one. Unfortunately, there are already people to whom I have pledged my love and devotion. So, I am afraid I cannot return your feelings. But with the courage you've shown today, I'm certain that you will one day find the happiness you deserve. Yeah, dude. Aww. Should we ever have the opportunity, I would be delighted to share another cup of tea with you someday. Please pass on my regards to Class 7, too. Yeah, from the get-go, she knew what was up. Dang, dude, Sharon is one classy lassie. Ricky, though. I wonder what she would have said if we'd given her that plain band. I wonder how many seconds it took her to figure out we were involved. He was like, I wonder how many seconds it took her to figure out we were involved, dude. Yeah. Reen knows that she knew from pretty much the beginning. And that's our Sharon, all right. Turn down again. It feels kind of weird, though. I'd normally be crushed right now, but this time I feel refreshed? Because it wasn't a total, like, crapshoot. I know with Ina, he ended up getting drunk under the table, and I guess we're gonna have to see how things go with Fran, but... All things considered, after a proclamation of love like that, I don't think things could have gone any better. You expressed your feelings and received an honest, respectful response. What more could you hope for? My heart was racing just watching everything unfold. Now these are the kinds of romantic trysts I want to have one day. Hey, he got a kiss. He should consider himself lucky. Celine, that's not really the point. Celine knows what's up. You probably don't want to hear this from someone younger than you, but there are other fish in the sea. I'm sure things will work out for you in the end. And best of luck with your future romances. Love is one of life's greatest trials, after all. Finding love is as hard as finding oneself. I really can't thank you guys enough for all you've done for me today. I do have this, though, which might be a start. Take it. You've earned it. 9 lives, puppet. Ooh. Thanks. Oh man, my heart's still aflutter from the whole thing. But I'll never forget the feeling of that kiss. It'll inspire me to find my true love forever and ever. Right, now I just need to decide where to go next. Sounds like you're all done here. That's Ricky, who's been watching the whole thing from the train station, I'm assuming. Ricky, guess what? Something amazing happened to me. So it seems. Want to grab something to eat? You can tell me all about it. And you know what? I'll treat you today. Really? Thanks! Perfect timing, too. I just put the last of my money on a present and a bunch of tea. Well, see you guys. Take care. You too. Here's hoping we run into each other again someday. Alright, quest to Sharon with love completed. Alright. So yet again, we help out the love questers. But, that was just, honestly, that was just a fun little diversion, because there's someone else who we have to meet that's more important for us to do so. I pretty much inadvertently did most of the steps when I was marathon recording. We've got everything set up pretty much, and now that he should be here. Oh, he's with Rosine? That's random. It's voiced too?
My. Who would have imagined even more marvelous mysteries still lurked within the old schoolhouse?
You, I'm sure.
What a delight! Why, I can hardly stop myself from heading in there to take a little peek.
That might not be the best idea right now. There's no telling what could happen in there.
I'm sure he can handle himself.
Oh, come now, I was only kidding. I wouldn't dream of rushing in to steal the thrill of discovery for myself. But, all joking aside, I take it you finished reading those deciphered passages from the black records I gave you, Reen?
He opened his eyes, dude.
Huh?
Deciphered?
Well, sure, I looked through them, but why do you ask?
And why is Rosine here?
And what's Rosine doing here anyway?
Well...
Questions, so many questions. Please, allow me to elucidate.
What's he doing? What the heck?
What's going on? This is just like when I called out to Valimar that first time.
Wait, but why is Rosine here, though?
To put it simply, I've created a partition of sorts. The three of us standing here within are the only ones who can even sense it. Meanwhile, those outside remain blissfully unaware of its existence. I'll admit, for a moment there, I was worried that Emma and Celine might have noticed something amiss. but it seems I've still got the touch.
Okay, so who is Instructor Thomas really? But more importantly, who is Rosine?
Just who the hell are you? And you too, Rosine. Why are you wearing your habit all of a sudden?
Starting off with the basics, I see. Perfectly fine by me. Who the hell am I indeed? My formal ties are to the Septian Church, as a member of the Gralsritter.
He's a Gralsritter, so he's like Kevin.
Second among the Dominion, in fact. I stand at the right hand of our leader, and am known by some as the Partitioner.
So he outranks Kevin.
But you already know my real name, of course. I've never hidden that from you. I am and shall always be Thomas Lysander.
I'm a squire, tasked with supporting him in the execution of his duties.
Rosine, though? I could never see. She was just another rando, but I guess not. Oh, and she's even wearing a Grail locket or a Grail medal right now?
You could say I'm an apprentice knight of the Gralsritter.
That's so random, dude! Rosine, though? But I guess that makes sense, because I've always thought Rosine was weird. Not for any, like, a reason like this. This is blowing my mind. But it's like, what kind of teenager wants to devote themselves to the church? And especially after you go to a military academy? I thought Rosine was really dumb, but no, dude, she's actually a Gralsritter in training.
What? Hold on. What? The Gralsritter? Do they have something to do with the Congregation for the Sacraments Scarlet was talking about?
Oh, they probably like to know where Scarlet's at right about now.
That they do, Reen. We're a secret sect of the Congregation, an unseen face. Our organization's existence isn't known to the wider world, nor should it be.
Is that a threat? Where did Rosine come from, dude? How could they do this with a random character right under our noses?
Our primary purpose is to gather and seal away dangerous artifacts.
Okay, so just like Kevin was doing pretty much.
But every once in a blue moon, it becomes necessary to undertake covert operations like this one.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised. To be honest, I felt like there was something off about you for a while now.
Yeah, once he offered to decode the Black Records, we always knew that there was going to be something up with Instructor Thomas. But Rosine, though? I can't get over that!
You were able to decipher the Black Records for one. Your knowledge and abilities go way beyond the average instructors. But even still, I never would have guessed you were connected to something this large scale.
Dude, honestly, I'm kind of having trouble keeping together all that. Like, if you sat me down and quizzed me about Instructor Thomas and Kevin and the Gralsritter and stuff in the Congregation of Sacraments and where Scarlet came from, I don't think I would do too well. It's a lot to take in, okay?
And with all that in mind, what do you want with me? Why tell me all of this now? Have you finally decided to step out from the shadows and interfere?
If Reen had to, he probably could not take them both on 2 versus 1. Especially not in a domain that the Partitioner created.
That's not quite it.
Perish the thought, Reen. What happens in the old schoolhouse is out of our jurisdiction. Always has been.
Really?
The way things stand brings to mind a few parallels with Liberal's Phantasma trouble, but I doubt this is nearly as dangerous. After we're done here, I'll be glad to let you tackle that on your own. Me, I'm only here for a little talk with you. After all, you are an Awakener, possessor of a fragment of the Great Power. And that means we have matters to discuss.
So, I wonder, he was probably keeping an eye on Crow as well then.
This should come as no surprise, but the trouble facing this land is far from over. Now, it may seem to have passed for now, but this peace is merely a simple respite. The most crucial moment stands silent in the wings, waiting to unfurl before us.
Okay, lots of flowery language, but get to the point, Buster.
The Chancellor never stopped spinning his webs, and while he may have repelled Ouroboros for now, they will be back. Mark my words. And there's not a doubt in my mind that you'll have an important role to play in what's to come. That's why I thought it would be worthwhile to make a formal introduction and ask for your cooperation. So, what say you?
So he just wants us to have each other's backs?
Sir, if I may, you might want to ease him into this a little more gently. It's quite a lot to take in at once. Reen, I want you to know we're not here to scare you or to make an enemy of you. We don't mean to pressure you into a response either. For now, our intent is just to remain here and keep an eye on things. So if there's ever anything you need our help with, we're here for you. Just ask and we'll do whatever we can.
Rosine, though, dude, they just went ahead and elevated this chick out of nowhere.
Thanks, Rosine. You're right, too. This is a lot to take in at once. I'm not really sure how to respond. I guess at the very least, I can tell you're not my enemies. But by the same token, that doesn't necessarily make you my allies either. So, no promises.
I understand completely, Reed. And for the time being, that's perfectly fine. But to return to an earlier topic, those black records you found are actually of particular interest as historical artifacts.
And I'm sure he probably doesn't need them back. He either made copies or memorized it, so...
As far as I can tell, their purpose was to record the true history of the Divine Knights.
Okay.
Given that recovering artifacts like those is our job, well, if you happen to find any more, do pass them along to us, would you? I'll give you transcripts of everything I can decipher, of course. Given what you've read so far, I'm sure you must be curious.
I don't know. I'd be kind of worried about him mucking around with things, but oh well.
I'll give it some thought.
Huh?
Emma and Celine probably felt something happen.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Huh? What in the...
Huh?
Well, do take care, everyone. I'll be praying for you.
Of course you will.
Now that we know he's a Gralsritter. The right-hand man of the Gralsritter, actually. Scholar of the truth. My. Who would have imagined that more wonderful mysteries still lurked within the old schoolhouse? Now I'm even more fascinated as to what else might be waiting inside. Please, do take care. I will be praying for your safety. Dang, so Rosine went from being ultra lame to being, like, ultra cool, dude. It's Patrick.